Have you ever wondered why gay pride is celebrated today, especially during the month of June? Today I will be going over a brief history of pride and how it came to be. I hope that this will help others learn more about pride and therefore be a little bit more accepting of other people like me. As a proud member of the LGBT plus community, I find it's very important for people like me and in my community to be accepted. So, what is Gay Pride? Gay Pride is a festival and especially parade celebrated by and for members of the LGBT plus community. What does LGBT plus stand for, you may ask? LGBT plus stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and the plus stands for other sexualities and gender identities. The community as a whole is sometimes known as queer. However, for today's purposes, we will be using that acronym. Now, we will be going over the very first pride, how it began, and a commonly used symbol today. So, the best place to start is the beginning. So let's start there. The first riot, which was how pride originally began, was initiated by a Black trans woman named Marsha P. Johnson at the time of the Stonewall riots, which initiated Pride. Marsha was working as a sex worker in Greenwich Village, specifically near the Stonewall Inn. Now, at the time in the 1960s, Stonewall Inn was owned by the mafia. This meant that members of the LGBT plus community were less likely to be persecuted and there were less strict laws in place. Unfortunately, this also meant that the police frequented the area and therefore sent a lot of LGBT plus people to jail. However, on June 28th of 1969, Marsha P. Johnson was fed up, threw a shot glass at a mirror, and resisted arrest. This is known as the inciting incident of the Stonewall riots. The riots lasted about 6 days, and after eventually dying out, fortunately, the Pride movement did not. At the time, it was known as the Gay Liberation Movement, and in the following year, as Augustine documents, in 1970, on the first anniversary of the riots, several hundred demonstrators marched along Greenwich Village's Christopher Street, which runs past Stonewall, in what many consider the first Gay Pride March, though many other commemorations were held earlier that year, being as it was the year anniversary. After this and into the 80s, the culture began to shift around the idea of the gay liberation movement, and it was renamed, as we know it today, as Gay Pride. So, as the movement began to grow, it moved not just throughout the United States, but internationally. This meant that the Gay Pride movement needed a symbol. The very first Gay Pride flag was created by Gilbert Baker, a San Franciscan artist. The very first flag had a series of horizontal stripes of hot pink, red, orange, yellow, blue, indigo, and violet. Each color actually had a very specific meaning that was very important to Gay Pride overall. They stand for, in this order, sexuality, life, healing, the sun, nature, art, harmony, and spirit. In later iterations of the flag, and especially in the current one, which I will show here, the hot pink and indigo stripes have been removed. The current flag is a series of these horizontal stripes, however, and is widely known throughout the world. As of June 28th, 2020, we are at the 50th anniversary of Gay Pride. Pride has become more than just a parade or a flag, but a movement overall of love and acceptance. Today we have gone over the importance of this pride and how it has affected the world. When Marsha P. Johnson threw that shot glass, it changed American history forever. It changed American history forever and resulted in the first Pride Parade and the symbols such as the gay flag. I hope today that I have helped change your mind and giving you a little bit more information about what this is and why it's so important. As a proud member of the LGBT plus community, I strongly hope that we as a community and even other allies can join us in making sure that we do not have to go back into the closet or into the shadows, but we can continue to live proudly and freely. Here's to another 50 years of pride.